Okay.
This is Anova in the limelight.
Okay.
I'm sitting here with Nicholas Khauli.
Yes.
And Nicholas, you are one of the nurses here at Health4Men Clinic in Yeoville.
Yes.
What is your full official title?
I'm a clinical nurse practitioner.
Clinical nurse practitioner.
Yes, because I'm the one who's responsible with the day-to-day running of the clinic, and then seeing the clinic, seeing that we are all in for we report in for duty, and then because normally what I do, I also do the advising at the main clinic, because sometimes I find that they do have some problem, especially when it comes to the ARVs, even the STI management. I also do go there and help them. Okay, this is how you can manage it, and then we take it from there. Sometimes I even ask to say, okay, it's fine, send the client this side, and then I can manage them this side, and then even if maybe someone is on treatment on ARVs from that side. But sometimes I feel like that's not a problem, as long as they can come this side, I manage them, and then they still continue with the treatment that side. So I'm fine with that. So I don't say I'm only limiting myself to I'm on this side only. Yes.
Okay, so one of the many reasons that you're the star of this particular show, not just because you also work for Anova, but because on the 12th of May, as you may know, is International Nurses Day. So we are celebrating the many nurses that work with and through us. So what can you tell us about life for you as a nurse here at Health4Men Clinic? What is it like? What is the average day for you like?
An average day for me is, because let's say for instance, and the number of people, clients that I see, for now the number is going up, it's roughly 25 on average. And then when they come on this side, I prefer to do everything.
Sure.
Yeah, when someone comes in, the bloods, and then the issuing the treatment, and then doing the health talk, I provide the holistic approach towards when we come to health. I don't say now I'm doing this and then stop, go next door. So I do everything. So that's why I realized we have established this relationship where we want to reduce the default rate, and then in that sense we encourage people to come to the clinic. And how do we do that? When you come, you are like me, we are just a one big family. So when they come, I make them free to say, you know what, I'm here, I'm not above you, you must tell me what you are here for, and then we talk about things. So that's why, and then I think so far we have managed to establish that rapport, which is very fantastic for the clinic, because I'm telling you, the intake for the MSM, it's going up. It's going up.
It's wonderful. So obviously part of your skill set requires you being able to put your judgment and your beliefs aside.
Exactly. That's very true.
And how important is that for any nurse, to put judgment and their personal opinions aside?
Yeah, with when we come to nursing, on the personal level, in every way, when you are helping a person, sometimes someone would say, no, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I believe in this, I believe in ancestors. But when we come to health is universal. There's no way. If you've got a headache, someone who is a Muslim will have a headache. Someone who is a Christian will have a headache. The approach must be the same. Treat as a human being and then respect. That's one thing. And the issue of judgmental. There are some few things that I've noticed. So as I was saying, I've established the rapport with most of the patients. So casually, so I normally ask them okay, what do you think about this clinic? And then some they confess, you know what, when I'm here most of the time, I feel I can be able to tell you something that I cannot tell you somewhere. So that's why, because normally I don't judge them. When they come in, I don't see someone who's going to say this one is gay. I see a human being. It's a complete person. And then that's why whatever, when I'm providing the service, it's to a human being, and then I do my best to make sure that person, when leave the door, everything is fine. And then I even encourage them to say, you know what, you go now, I'm not closing the door. Still, if you feel okay, there is something that you don't know, you can even pick up the phone and call, because we've got our own number here, and then they can call direct. And then if I'm not busy, and then I can answer them to say, okay, it's fine, With that one, just come to the clinic. With that one, okay, it's fine. Don't panic that much. Just do 1, 2, 3, and then it's sorted.
So what things do you treat here specifically at the clinic?
At the clinic, here at Anova, mostly we are focusing much on HIV and STI. Yes, those are like our specialty. But normally, like there are those who come, even though they can come with for HIV, but there's some underlying like condition that might influence the health. So we also deal with everything, with all these other health conditions. But basically, we are focusing much on HIV.
So there's nothing really that anyone can come here and tell you that's going to shock you. If you're dealing with so much STI and sexually transmitted infections, and
not really, because like in nursing we learn every day, but at the same time we must supplement with whatever like new development. And there are some journals like medical journals. If you keep yourself updated with all those things, something new comes in, you are also one step ahead. You know, like, oh, this is what is happening. And then when they come, sometimes they can come and then with something very new. I'm telling you, to be honest, one thing is, you know, if there's something that you don't know, you don't have to pretend like you know. Yeah, you must just confirm, no, okay, you know what, this one, okay, it's fine. And then normally I call Dr. Khadebe and Bosco. And then I ask them, like, okay, no, I'm having a challenge here. I'm facing this and this and this. What do you think we can do? And then if maybe they think they can come and see the patient, and then I set an appointment. I said, well, come at this time. And then when they come, I just come and present the case, and then we discuss it like together. So basically that's how it is.
But it won't shock you. And no, somebody coming to you and saying, oh, I've been doing this and I've been doing that. No, you've heard it all.
No, like, especially like when I was starting, like at first, yeah, it was not that easy. But I realized like the only thing that can make me like become competent is to learn. And then how do I learn? Sometimes I learn from the patient, sometimes I have to read. And then I combine both those information, and then I come with one like complete something that I say, okay, no, this is how it is. And you just need to learn. But to be honest, there is nothing that shocks me, like to say, ish, I scratch my head. No, nothing like that.
So what type of person would make a good nurse?
You must be very kind, and then passionate about your job, and then you must love people. Because there are people who will come here and then you don't know what someone was doing outside. And then they come here and they find that they're stressed, or maybe like there's some problems. So when they come here, they let it out to you. But I don't think what you need to do is, you don't have to retaliate. Firstly, just try to find out like what is happening, and then, because as a nurse, you need not only to focus on the health, the social aspect, the psychological aspect, and then the emotion. You must know how to deal with all those things. Because some people may find that they're sick because it's not like the body's down. It's emotionally, psychologically, like there's something wrong. And then if we attend to those things, I'm telling you, like you find that you have done more than what you think you do. Yeah.
So Nicholas, I've observed, and I'm not sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that as things have progressed, that the responsibility of the nurse has increased. Yeah. So in the past, there were certain treatments that only a doctor was allowed to do, and now nurses are capable. So can you talk a little bit about that? What are some of the responsibilities and the new things that nurses can do?
Yeah, because like for now, a nurse is like everything. Because like if you check like now here at the clinic, it's mostly nurses. You may find that we've got like sessional doctors who comes like maybe on certain days. But as a nurse, you must say like, okay, the patient are seen, the patient like they've got treatment, and then even referring. So you also need to refer, and then make sure like sometimes when you refer, you also need like to know like, okay, what happened after? They must bring that report back, and then like also the thing was at the same time, because in a clinical setting, you must make sure that you've got enough stock. Ordering, you must make sure that managing the staff at the same time, because like here and then we must have like see how we are doing things. So you manage the staff, the stock, and then seeing the patient at the same time, like referring the patient, maybe like you want the patient to be seen by the doctor, and then all those things. So which means like it put like a nurse is like everything in one setting. So that's why most of the time I find that like some of us, we are not even afraid like of a challenge. And then you can even come in and say like, there's this patient like this and this and this. It can be like a shock for once, but immediately something will click in your mind and like, no, this is how we manage it. And then that's how it is. So that's how it is.
And is there anything that you would say to your fellow nurses? I mean, it's International Nurses Day coming up on the 12th of May. So what would you say to your fellow nurses to encourage them to keep doing what they're doing?
What I can say like is, I can just congratulate them for the work they're doing. And then what I can say is like, every time when you put on the uniform, when you carry that stethoscope, don't do it because of someone. Just feel that when I'm doing this, the person who is sitting next to you, like in front of you, they're relying on you for everything. They know, like, they trust you that when they go out, they will be fine. And because if maybe when you are providing service and then you do it for the sake of doing it, know that there's something wrong. But what I can say is like, just go all out, do your best, and then don't limit yourself. If there's an opportunity to grow, just explore. And then don't say because I'm supposed to take only BP, don't limit yourself. Just go all out. Nursing is very interesting, and then every day is a learning curve. So I can say like keep the job up, and then
stay hungry for knowledge.
And then let's make sure like the whole world is healthy. We don't have to judge and say like, no, I can't do this. And no, there is nothing like that. You cannot limit yourself when we come to saying that with your capabilities, just explore. So I'm motivating each and everyone to say, you know what, just raise your hand and say, look, I'm gonna do this, and you can do it. There is nothing that can like put you off. There might be challenges, but a challenge is something that can like, it can help you to grow. So I'm just pleading to anyone who is a nurse and then anyone who wants to be a nurse to say, well, if you still feel like you want to pursue the career, it's not a wrong choice, but know that like it's very interesting. There will be challenge and you can overcome them. So anything is possible, but you must have a heart. That's one thing. You must
have a heart.
Yes, and love, not conditionally. Don't do this because of this. Just do it because you can do it and you've got the guts to do it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing to us.